So, concluding my research, we're going to need to do a little bit of work before we can get these things. So, resist damage, we're going to pass on this for a second, along with heal ourselves. And we're also going to pass on control crowds for just a moment, because those are things we're going to, handle in a moment. I did go outside in the sun. It's terrible, I know, although I managed to deal with it. I'm an arch-vampire now, so I have an awful lot of blood, and I can get a lot more from the villagers nearby. They don't even bother me anymore. But I did get several more saplings by using bone meal and just growing things over and over again. So we have lots of rowan saplings. Now what that means is that we're going to maybe put half of these in here, maybe almost all of them, right? Let's just save a few. And let's keep a few of these in here. We literally don't have room, which is kind of impressive, actually. Anything we can get rid of? How about that carpet and that ladder? Those don't belong in here. What are they doing in here? Those belong in the crafted objects and the drops. Right, so this will get us whiffs of magic, which we need for a variety of things. Many things that are super useful. But first of all, we need these attuned stones. We're also going to need them for, if you take a look, let's see, where is it? Altar. We need to make a witch's altar to power some of these things. Now, I have almost everything we need. I just need to cook a few things, but we need to rowan logs for that. So we'll need 2 of those recipes. So I'm going to go ahead and do that in a minute, right? We're going to get to that in a second. Before we do that, though, and we'll have to move this elsewhere, I suppose, what we should also focus on is the other aspects of things, specifically range damage and melee damage. Now, there's a bunch of ways that we could handle this problem, and we could actually appeal to this, but I think we're going to diversify just to hedge our bets in case there is some power they have that's proof against the witchcraft side of magic, the left-handed magic, as we call it. We're going to use alchemy, which is related to right-hand magic. Now, alchemy is going to allow us to make several objects that allow us to both resist damage and return damage in kind, which is why I've been stockpiling on blazes and things. I would like to make this object, the Claws of the Fire Drinker, which basically turns any sort of fire damage into hunger. You might say, why do that when I've already got this red protection amulet? Well, I'd like to make another one of these protection amulets that does something better. Fire, while important, is not something I'm necessarily too worried about. So what we're going to do is we're going to make Claws of the Fire Drinker. To make that, first we need dragon claws. Now, these require a bunch of things, not the least of which is empty void tears, which require both ender pearls, which is why I've been killing so many endermen, and lots of gas tears. Now, one thing we will do to be super efficient is we're going to grab a little bit of charcoal, and we're going to grab some of these blaze rods, specifically 4 of them. And we're going to run over here, because if I recall correctly, Aura Cascade gives us a way to much more efficiently turn, we can make blaze powder with just a ton of this stuff. So let's go ahead and toss this here, and we'll go ahead and leave that to run for, it won't take long at all. Oh, how's this going? It looks like we're slowly getting somewhere. Let's grab this and take a look at the tool. Oh, it's got kaleidoscopic yellow tool too. So it's almost to level 3, which should be the equivalent to Fortune 3. We'll leave all those crystals there because it's pretty unlikely to go. Anyways, as you can see, it takes a long time to do its work. This machine is very power hungry, which is why I set up this why I set up this sort of long, slow system, right? It's designed around just gradually using power and kind of for free using power, which is exactly what we want. How are we doing here? Are we getting some aura up there? We need to activate this. There we go. That should activate there. And that should work very, very quickly. Boom. Right. How much did we get from that? We got 20. So much, much better than the standard conversion. If we look at this, we used 4. So yeah, we were getting 5 blaze powder, which is better than double. We're going to need a lot of this stuff, so it's good to do it. We may do that again a couple times throughout. So if you're wondering how I'm getting so much blaze powder, now you know I'm using that system. So let's focus first on range damage. Now that we have these things, let's do it. We can get some defense and some range damage, and then we'll. So first let's make the range damage. Let's make the Claws of the Fire Drinker, I think is the right order. I'm holding a fair amount of metals and whatnot, so let's get started. First, a hunter's handgun. This sounds really cool. It's a handgun, so we need to go ahead and make these various pieces. The first one is the barrel assembly. Now, I think for each one of these, we need 1 magma cream. So let's go ahead and make 3 magma cream really quick. And magma cream is just slime balls and blaze powder together. I found some, but we're going to, we'll just use this because we got it on hand. All right, so then the first one, we'll also need a stone button, I guess. So we can go ahead and grab one stone and make the button. This is actually pretty straightforward. There we go. Hunter's handgun, and we have 4 magazines left over. So this handgun, like you can imagine, first of all, it looks really cool. Bang, bang. Well, I mean, it doesn't have a gun right now, but, beware. All right, so to use it, though, we're going to need ammo. There's all sorts of interesting ammunition that we can make. Some of it is very powerful. We have neutral shots, ordinary bullets, but I'm interested in storm shots because it seems to me like that's a really, really good way to do things. And it's also very inexpensive. We have lots of lapis. So we just need to make a fair amount of this neutral shot, which seems to me like a fairly straightforward task. In fact, we have, I think, just around here somewhere, a bunch of gold ingots from other drops and situations. Well, I'm sure we can make one more. It's not too big a deal. Let's go like this. And let's go ahead and make some of the standard ammunition, which is 2 gunpowder, a little bit. Let's just grab a whole bunch of stone. And let's also, while we're sitting here, let's cook up another batch of stone. So we can go ahead and make 3 of those. So now we've got 12. It'd be nice if we could make one more batch. What are we missing for that? Are we missing gunpowder? Because we have a fair amount of this. There we go. So now we've got 16. Let's go ahead and put that in the middle, right? And there we go. We actually have 2 cases of storm shot. Now I believe we can just go like this and craft things together. No, we go like this. So it holds 8 shots, which is perfect because that means we have 2 clips full. Whoops, let's not drop our ammo. It is live ammo. We don't want to drop it. And if we just go like this, boom, we have storm magazines. And this stuff actually, I'm going to just keep making it. So maybe it's worth thinking about improving upon this because let's see, we right click this. There we go. Now we've got a loaded magazine. And if we were to go ahead and shoot at the sky, there's a good chance. Well, perhaps I've heard rumors that this can cause it to rain, but it's fine because with this shot does more damage according to the legends, the more it rains. So we'll have to make a way to make it rain. And that's also really a good thing for us to master because that means that then we don't have to worry, man, this ender moss is spreading really quick. And I feel like this stuff may need to be in a darker environment to spread, and I have just the place for it. Let's go ahead and put this down in the dark area of this cap. Whoa! That's suboptimal. We need to probably think about lighting this up. So this glintweed, hopefully... Whoa! Yeah, you see there's just a lot of stuff down here. Wow. What a strange villager. I didn't even feel the need to feast on him. And you should die as well. Let's go ahead and just put this... Look at this. There's like a hole in the ground full of creepers. Whoa. Okay, well, that's fine. And you can see, by the way, we get our empty casings back, which is kind of great. That's fine. That was a little bit suboptimal, but it's fine. All right, so now we should have a pretty good way. I think when it's raining, these things hit like trucks. So let's also think about, well, let's use alchemy for the damage resistance. I think that would be the next step. Folks, before we continue with the other creations, I just wanted to point out, so I got this to Kaleidoscopic Yellow 3. Let's just test this out and see if it works, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to be a little bit grumpy. There we go. We can get some iron ore really quick right here. It doesn't seem to go any faster, any slower. That's fine. But here's something. I do know that there's a piece of diamond ore around here I've been saving. Whoa, okay, that definitely worked. Look at all that. That's fantastic. And do we have any garbage here we can get rid of? I mean, unfortunately, no. We're only carrying like super valuable things. That's not the best. But you know what? We actually have a lot of these fire shards, and obviously we can get more. So fire shards away. Here we go. It's around here somewhere. Ah, there we are. A little piece of diamond ore, kind of high up in the world. So let's see here. Do we get more? Whoa! There's 3? There's 4. Holy smokes! And we just got 9 diamonds. Okay, so that definitely works. And that supposedly stacks with regular fortune. So if we could build a... Ivanhoe! Yes, if we could build a enchantment table that's functional, perhaps we could actually get this all the way up to what would be, I guess, be Fortune 6, which sounds awesome to me. So, okay, that works super well. And we've just greatly increased our supply of diamonds. Whew. Starting to get a little bit low there. And it's always tricky when you have diamonds and you don't want to spend them and you're a little kind of nervous about it. That and the fact that we just had our ore tripling removed is just, it's a real bummer. So, how are we doing on this? Let's make sure that's off. There we go, and there we go. And so I've turned off this system. It's going to sit there just going pew, pew, pew forever as gradually violet aura builds back up in the system. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is these Claws of the Fire Drinker, and they're going to be really expensive. We just need a ton of stuff for them. Now, the Salamander's Eye is really quite straightforward. So we'll probably build that first, but then we need lots of Dragon Claws. These are a little bit scarier, as you can see, because they all require Dragon Talons and lots of Empty Void Tears. Empty Void Tears are a bunch of Ender Pearls. So let's see. For each one of these claws, we need... Oh man, we need so many gas tears. This will take a while. And we also need these elixirs of fire warding. So this is what the next thing I think also for our damage mitigation strategy. We want to be able to control crowds and heal ourselves. So these potions have special properties. So you'll see these right here. We haven't seen these before. Elixir of fire warding. It is a very, very specific type of alchemy that's quite different from many other kinds. And honestly quite mild in cost. We'll also need a ton of leather for this, but most of the cost is going to be around these void tears. Now, fortunately, we have the ability to grow more gas tears. So really, it's going to be more about ender pearls, I think, at the end of the day. And that's okay, because we really do have a lot of these things. But I think we want to make ourselves completely proof against all forms of fire damage in a pretty awesome way without having to take up a precious bauble slot for it, because then we can use our bauble slot for something else. Because basically baubles are just amazing, and they're always super good, and we can always use more of them. But since we are a little bit worried about blaze rods specifically, I mean, we have 23, which is a lot, but we should be worried. And also glowstone. Why don't we quickly, let's just clear our inventory of this gun stuff for a moment, because we just don't need it at this exact moment in time. And let's toss those things in there. That should be fine for the moment. And let's go into this place right here. Oh, and you may have noticed this. I have been gathering with other diamonds, zombies and blazes. When I went back to go get more powder and stuff, I got more of these, which is fantastic, I think. And we can just go ahead and dig through here really quick and add a little bit more room, because I think what we can do is extend this area. Gosh, I really hope that this works. I've seen in the nether. Oh, that's right. Know your vanilla. That's because of this. You can't actually go through this way. No matter how hard you try, but you can go out. Just a thing. Just the way it is. Don't even ask why. Don't question it. All right, so let's go like this, and we'll see what we can do with regard to this guy. I think that this will actually work really well. We'll put this down. 6. Like so. And then if we put down 3 of these. Oh, that's right. Does it have to have lava nearby? Let me go grab some lava really quick. There we are, lava. Let's scan that tricky spot. So let's just try putting the lava over here where we aren't planting things and see what happens there. I brought 3, so hopefully that's enough. We'll see. We'll see. Because I think that this will actually grow in the world. So let's go ahead and put down this. Ah, excellent. It seems that it doesn't want to be planted near anything else, which is interesting. I wonder if that means, can we plant this near it? Oh, we can. Absolutely. Excellent. Just not next to... Oh, odd. Oh, that one must be next to lava, and these don't want to be next to anything at all. Okay, well, that's fine. We can actually sort of chain a little bit of lava. Oh, by the way, did I show you that I can do this? If I just take this... let's see. Let me just cut a little hole right here so that I can stack these buckets. And let's dump one of these right there. And that should kind of flow outwards there and get the rest of this area aeratable. Yeah, it's fine. We can stack our buckets. I've discovered that strength has just been completely overflowing my body. And if I just use this. It takes a little bit of blood. I have to really focus to punch through, but at no point in time can I ever not just break, you know, it seems to be just stone for some reason, but it is a useful property. It's nice. That can't be planted there. That can be planted there. So we may want to automate this because I think these things are going to grow fairly slowly. So we're going to leave a little bit of room for ourselves. And this can't be planted here, but this could be planted there. Yeah. And yeah, if we could just make a little bit of room for ourselves, perhaps this will grow and we can harvest it and it will be fantastic. And of course, let's go ahead and close this area up so that things can't fall into the lava there. That would be, even though I'm immune to it, it would be not the best. So I think that these things will grow. If we look at the uses for these, they grow into blaze nuggets, which are craftable into ingots and into blaze rods. Blaze ingots are usable in a variety of very strange things, including a blaze chest plate, fire charging cap. I don't even know what most of these things do. Even this, I don't even know what that does, but it doesn't matter. Gosh, there's so many strange things that we can make. It doesn't matter though, because what we're really interested in is the fact that 3 of them turn into a very straightforward recipe for blaze rods. And I think this other stuff here turns in just directly crafts into glowstone. So we can actually farm glowstone directly with this. So we will definitely be able to do that. So let's go ahead and put these away, and let's get, wrong way. Let's get to work on our Claws of the Fire Drinker.